11 tonight, angry and frustrated after being forced to remove her headscarf in public. A Bay Area Muslim girl says she was singled out by an Air Canada employee. Tonight, her family wants to make sure it doesn't happen again to anyone.
Well, Jessica, this 12-year-old athlete was traveling for the first time without her family. She says she cleared security, and when she was about to board her plane, an Air Canada agent pulled her aside and told her to remove her headscarf.
I just remember being angry and frustrated.
12-year-old Fatima Abdelrahman is speaking up about being singled out by an Air Canada employee at SFO because of her hijab. The squash player was traveling with the U.S. national team last week. After the security check, an employee stopped her at the gate and told her to remove her headscarf so he could do an ID check.
At the gate, he said, "You're going to need to take that off." He just pointed at it. And I was confused at first. I was like, "What?" And he said, "That." And I said, "Oh, I can't." And he said, "No, you have to."
Abdelrahman says a female employee took her into a corner, not a private room, where she removed her headscarf.
My first time, I didn't know. I was scared, be separated from my teammates. I didn't want to be late. I didn't want something to go wrong. So I was like, okay, fine.
When she boarded the flight, she texted her family. Her sister tweeted about the incident, asking Air Canada to explain.
I want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody ever again, whether they're 12, whether they're older, it doesn't matter. We don't want to see it again.
Air Canada apologized on Twitter and in an email exchange said in part, although such checks are required by law, we will review this situation with our airport agents to ensure better care is taken in the future.
What happened in this story is absurd.
The Council on American Islamic Relations says Abdelrahman was unfairly targeted.
I am concerned that Muslims continue to complain of various types of harassment and discrimination at our airports.
Abdelrahman's family says it is not interested in getting money from Air Canada, but it has asked the airline to donate money to shooting victims in El Paso. It's hoping some kind of financial consequence will get the airline's attention and lead to change. Reporting live at SFO, Jean Ellie, NBC Bay Area News.
News anchor Jessica Aguirre strikes me as being a little emotional about this story. I caution anyone about the folly of being as hysterical about the hijab as Muslims are. We understand that they take the hijab very seriously, and we can take measures to see to it that they feel secure. But getting excited or emotional because someone had to remove their hijab for good reason at the airport simply is not newsworthy, and there's no reason to sell it as such. The Muslim family is asking for financial consequence to bring about change. But they are the ones who need to change. They need to be clear that no one, absolutely no one, has a prurient interest in their hair. They need to accept that removing the hijab may be necessary when setting off a detector at a public building, or as part of security at airports, or when ordered to by a commanding officer in the military. The CAIR rep Zara Billu said what happened was absurd. No, it wasn't. 9/11 was absurd. Increased security at airports is necessary. CAIR is absurd. CAIR is on TV too much, and they are never newsworthy. Stories like this about hijabs are not newsworthy. They are a press release for the Council on American Islamic Relations.